Good morning, everybody. My name is Jason Prigge. I am co-founder of the Coolest Coast, and I am here with another episode of Coffee on the Coast. And this is a really special episode for us here at the Coolest Coast because we are going to be talking about an organization that we love that's doing amazing things for the youth in our community. So with me today is Julie Rivley, Director of Casa of East Central Wisconsin. Good morning, Julie.
Good morning.
We also have a guest today, Jeff Gustin from Intoxicated, which is based in Racine. How you doing, Jeff?
Doing good. Good morning.
Good morning. So, Julie, let's let people know about all the fun stuff that's happening. You're having an event soon. It's to celebrate a couple things. Number one is you're moving. So let's just tell people about the event and all the fun things that are going on that day.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So Casa of East Central, Wisconsin. We have been a program in Wisconsin since 2006. We were under Lakeshore Cap at that time. In 2019, we left and formed our own entity, Casa of East Central, Wisconsin. And we had office space that was big enough for one. And then we added our second staff person and our third staff person, which is amazing. We have rapidly grown, and we need to do that in order to serve more children in Manitowoc. So with that, we moved into a new space in May. So we are now located at 501 North 10th Street with the crossing. So the crossing has a large portion of the building, and then we have the side portion that is parallel to 10th Street. It's enough room for all of us, all staff, to have our own office, and so and we're just super excited about it. So we wanted to do a couple.
If I could interject just really quickly, for Manitowoc residents, that's the old Orthopedic Associates building. I just wanted to, so people are like, because I didn't get a picture of it. I just wanted the locals to know where that was.
Yep. Nope. Exactly. So we and again, we have the office space that's kind of parallel to 10th Street there, and we wanted to have a ribbon cutting for our space. And so we're doing that with the chamber. The chamber is holding that ribbon cutting on Tuesday, the 9th at 4:30. But we also wanted to give tours of our building. And then we thought, well, why not also really have an event that will showcase what we do and why we do it. I often say that Casa, unfortunately, is a well-kept secret in Manitowoc County. And we really want to, even if people maybe have heard our name, they don't sometimes understand exactly what we do and what our advocates do. So we are having an event. It's called the Pathway of Hope. So at 4:00 on Tuesday, you can come, you can take a tour. If you just have time to take a tour, that's fine. I understand everybody's incredibly busy these days. At 4:30, we will have our ribbon cutting ceremony at 4:30. And then once that's completed, you can enter the building and do our Pathway of Hope experience. And it's taken you through a child's journey through the child welfare system. So you actually will have a mock case, a child, and you'll walk from office to office and experience what that child would experience as they enter into the child welfare system. So it'll be how a case gets entered into the system, when Casa gets appointed, how and why, and how that looks. You will find out what a Casa advocate does on a first visit. You will find out what happens at a permanency hearing in the court system and what Casa's role is in that permanency hearing, and then following that child through that journey. Now, we are going to end the last stop on the Pathway of Hope event. The last stop will be getting cake, because every event should end with cake. And so we will have that. And then there will be where we actually ask the community to tell us where you can plug in to help us out in the Casa program. So that's what's taken place. But again, when we do something, we're like, what else can we do? So we also are very excited. Hala will be here. Hala has a new food truck that's new to them this summer. They are going to be here in the parking lot with street food. And if you've not experienced Hala food, and more specifically the food truck, because it's very unique from the restaurant, I think, in their food. fantastic. So come and experience that. Now the food truck will be for purchase, whereas the cake will be able to provide to everyone. And then we wanted to invite our new friends Intoxicated to the event as well. And they will have a truck there. Intoxicated, if you've not heard of them, it's very unique. It's very cool. I do not believe they've been to Manitowoc County, but Jeff can let me know if I'm wrong in that. But it's something that we wanted our community to experience. So Jeff, I'm going to pass it off to you if you want to explain Intoxicated.
All right. Well, thank you. So what we want to do at Intoxicated is normalize alcohol-free lifestyles. People with addictions, it's hard, and they have to give up a lot, and they have to avoid a lot of places. So what we did down here in Racine, we duplicated your average everyday Wisconsin bar, but there's no alcohol in it. People are under a misconception that that means we're a juice bar or a coffee shop. No, not even close. We have over 40 different liquor alternatives. We can duplicate any drink out there taste-wise without the effects of alcohol. We have over 30 NA beers at our bar, anything from IPAs to stouts and everything in between. And there's no pressure to drink. The social gatherings are unbelievable. People get along. There's no arguments. It's really a wonderful thing that's been much needed. And since we've opened our doors in mid-December, we've seen the need for that. So like with events like yours, it helps us not only showcase our business, of course, but it also lets people know that might be struggling or looking for an alternative, that there's a lot more out there than they know of. And then there's help for this. We see people in our bar that are maybe not drinking for today or haven't drank in 25 years, whatever the reason or however the length of time. All we ask is that they don't come in intoxicated and they enjoy themselves and check out what we have to offer.
That's amazing. Now, I'm really excited about this part of the event because I haven't had a drink in 6 years. I don't make any qualms about who I am and the struggles I've had in my life. And I am just so excited, by the way, to check out what you guys do. Because, it said on your website, which I really got a kick out of, you're doing this in Wisconsin, which is one of the drunkest states in the union, right? So
Yes.
it's a challenge, I can imagine. And it just is wonderful to have that alternative, because since I got sober, it's difficult sometimes because you feel like you miss out on a social event or you want to ask somebody out for a drink. And this is a really great alternative. And so are you bringing like a drink truck up? How does this work?
So we have a concession trailer, and we have 4 to 5 menu mocktails that we mix handcraft right there in the trailer. And I believe we have 6 different canned options, everything from a dry red wine to a IPA beer and a wheat beer. And so because of the size, it's we can't bring a full menu with us, but it'll give you a really good idea. And then a couple of our drinks that we handcraft they do have an alcohol counterpart, so you can see for yourself how we can duplicate it and make it taste great. And a couple of them are just drinks that we came up with that are just amazing, refreshing summer drinks that are used with an alternative that doesn't mimic an alcohol. It's just its own unique taste, and it's something different. And people really, really have been taken to it well.
This is really a unique offering, Julie. It's very cool you guys are bringing these
Yeah.
folks into town. Now we just got to get them a space so they can open up a branch up here.
Yep.
I would love that.
We
So
hear that often.
yeah, so it'll go really great with the Hall of Food at the event. Julie, what does it mean to you to have these guys come up all the way from Racine?
No, you know what? So I'd heard about Intoxicated through some work that we're doing in Sheboygan County. And I thought, I'm going to try this, but, will they come to Manitowoc? And because again, we might have 10 people here. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping we have 100, but I can't guarantee how many people is going to be here Tuesday. So I just called Jeff and said, hey, is there any way possible that you would come? And he's like, yes. So I think it's going to be a great fit. 90%, Jason, of unfortunately our cases of our kiddos that we have has some type of parent substance misuse. And we know that our numbers here in Manitowoc County right now are very high. We have over 200 children that have been found in need of protection and services due to abuse or neglect, with 90% of those having parents with substance misuse. So to be able to offer an alcohol-free event, but yet not take away from that atmosphere in any way, or being able to offer some really cool mock cocktails, we're very excited about it. And we're hoping that this is a new way to do things going forward.
Right. So I just wanted anybody who's just joined us, we're talking about Casa's ribbon cutting, event here, where we have our other guest, Jeff here. Moxicated is going to be here making mocktails for everyone, which is what we're talking about. And Julie's also got a special program called the Pathway of Hope. Well, they will actually take you through the journey of a child. And stop me if I'm talking smack here, Julie, because you're the expert on this. Maybe you just want to talk about this really quick once more. What does that actually mean? Are the people going to be going to a different room, or does this happen in all one room? What is kind of the intent of taking them through this Pathway of Hope?
So it's a way for us to, again, showcase what we do, but also give a tour of the office space at the same time. So as they enter into the office, they will get to choose one of 4 different mock cases of a child, and then follow that child through the journey of the child welfare system. Each room will be broken down. The first one, as you enter to the welfare system, the second office you go into, you'll get assigned a Casa advocate. The third, you'll have your initial visit with the advocate. The fourth stop in a separate office, experience the permanency hearing. The fifth stop being continued visits. And then the fifth stop being, the last stop being finding permanency. So there'll be 6 different stops along the way. Each stop will be a different office space location within the office space, if that makes sense.
Super. That's awesome. I can't wait to check that out at a new place here, 501 North 10th. I am so excited for this. It's going to be Tuesday, August 9th, and I have seen some of the offices that you've been in, and it must be nice to have a little more space to be able to stretch legs and to actually get a little more comfortable as you help these kids.
Yeah, no, it's nice. And I'm sure that Darian and Claire, our program director for Manitowoc County, and our volunteer coordinator, appreciate not having to share an office. Everybody gets their own space. So that's always
Wonderful.
Nice, right? So,
yeah, it's exciting. And Jeff, thank you so much for coming up to the Coolest Coast to do this. I can't wait to try out some of the offerings that you have, as well as food from Hala. It just sounds like a wonderful way to celebrate. Bring some awareness to these 200 kiddos. Wow, that kind of blew my mind, Julie, because I remember talking to you a while ago and it was like 45. So the need is not
crazy.
disappearing.
Nope.
So if you're curious about Casa, if you want more information about Casa, if you want to have a mocktail and some Hala food, if you want to see the new office space, please join us all. I'm just going to throw this up here one more time. Tuesday, August 9th from 4 to 6:30. It's 501 North 10th Street, Studio B. That's the office right adjacent to the street. And we hope to see you there. Thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you.